Hey everybody, Larry Olson here, the Brain Hack Specialist. And before I get into some really fascinating information that'll absolutely allow you the opportunity to accomplish more than you're currently accomplishing in any area of your life, I want you to stay through the entire video. And it's up to me now to make it fascinating enough for you to want to do that, because I've got a free gift for you at the end of this. So let's get started with the concept of manifestation. I've done a few videos on this, but I think it's really important for all of us to realize the power that our brain plays in what we accomplish in our lives. It's such a wonderful tool when utilized properly, because it'll make sure that we have a miserable life just as well. It'll make sure that we have a phenomenal life. And it all gets down to this four-letter word called choice. Is that four letters? C-H-O-I-C-E. That's a six-letter word. So you can see that this isn't pre-scripted. Anyway, that powerful six-letter word choice can make all the difference between what we want out of life and what we don't want out of life. And I'll give you a little idea. I had decided that I wanted to meet someone, and I wanted to develop a relationship that would last a long time. Because a lot of people, as they're watching this video, will say, well, you don't know what I'm going through in my life. You know, I've got a lot of struggles, but Larry, I can see where you're able to manifest what you want. Well, that's not the case. You know, it's in another video, I'll share with you and challenge you to see who's had more struggles in their life. But you know, when it all gets said and done, we're still here in this moment in our life with the rest of our lives in front of us. And we can even be driven forward. We can either be driven forward by staying away from things we don't want to have happen in our lives, or we can be driven forward to the things we want to manifest in our lives. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to manifest an amazing relationship. So where'd I find myself? I found myself at a bar. Now that's a great place to find an amazing relationship, and I know some of you have. But as I'm sitting there, same old happening, because I'm attempting to get different results by doing the same thing. I don't know if any of you ever tried that before. And there was an architect sitting next to me. I didn't know he was an architect, but we struck up a conversation. And I said, you know what? Are you here to find a partner, or what brings you here? He goes, no, I'm really happily married. You know, I've just stopped by. I'm waiting for a friend. And I said, well, great. I said, you know, I'd really like to get some insights onto how to find, you know, an opportunity to develop a partnership with someone that I'd be willing to spend the rest of my life with. And I had a divorce in my life, a couple of them as a matter of fact, so I knew what that was like. I knew what it was like to have to leave children behind and attempt to incorporate them into your new life, and that's a video in itself. But he brought up something really fascinating, and this really gets into manifestation and the utilization of our brain. And that was, he goes, if I was going to build you a house, would you just give me X amount of dollars and then say, let me know when you're done, and then move in? And I go, well, absolutely not. And he goes, why not? Well, you may not design it the way I want. He goes, so what would we do? Well, I'd tell you what I wanted. And he goes, for instance, well, you know, I'd tell you what kind of kitchen I want, and what kind of living room I want, and the bedroom, and where I want things placed. And he goes, why would you do that? And I said, because I'm going to live there. And yet, you wouldn't design your partner the same way? And I'd done a lot of work on manifestation, and I recognized that I was not applying the information that I already had. I was hoping to discover, and therefore, hoping to discover, you find yourself just hanging out, trying to be available. Maybe grocery shopping, I'll find somebody. And so what I did is I put into practice what I'm sharing with you, and I put together 12 qualities and characteristics that I wanted in another individual. So when I was out dating or I met up someone, and if they didn't qualify in my own mind for these qualities and characteristics, I didn't date again. You know, I found myself getting out of that relationship in a very graceful way, as opposed to just not showing up or ghosting them. Now, it wasn't too much longer when I met the woman of my dreams, who happened to fit this. And after we got married, she said, I wanted to share something with you. Before I met you, I'd put down 15 qualities and characteristics. And man, the hair just prickled on the back of my neck, because this was cosmic. And all of a sudden I'm thinking like, wow, this is a miracle. No, it's not. It's your brain at work. And if there's a miracle, it's your brain. And each one of us were given it as a gift when we popped out of the womb. It will absolutely, which I can prove to you, manifest any reality that you want to have incorporated into your life. As a matter of fact, it's already done that. Everything that's going on in your life right now was first a thought or an idea, and now you're living it. And you're going, well, I would have never imagined this going on. Well, what were you thinking about? Were you thinking about what you didn't want, how you wish it hadn't taken place? So what I'm sharing with you is, give yourself the opportunity to go back and remember what it's like to imagine. And we were all great at that when we were young. Let's not forget what we already know. And for the next couple hours in your life, imagine wonderful things taking place, and allow this brain, the reticular activating system specifically, to be able to allow your frontal lobes to see and witness those wonderful things. Where if you were hoping for something great to happen, you'd miss almost every single one of them. So thank you for taking your time to listen to this. And now the gift, for those of you that are interested in bringing wealth and abundance into your life at a much, much more rapid rate than you're currently on, then you'll find the information in this video to access this amazing free gift for you. It's an ebook on attracting wealth and abundance by overcoming these limiting beliefs that we've established throughout the years that are actually keeping it from happening for us. So thank you for happening. Have a most amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to our next chat.